Hey guys, Wire here. Before we start the video on the radio, here's a couple things I found at the flea market last week. Two wooden handle pliers, and I believe these were 50 cents a piece, and a fencing pliers for putting chain link fence up. And this is a Proto. I'm not sure what these are. They're too rusty, but we'll find out when we get to them. Nice and tight. Just needs to be cleaned up. Somebody used this end for a hammer. It's all boogered up. So maybe the next video we'll do one of these. Anyway, now to the radio. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, Wire here. This is going to be the final part of this radio here. This Temple radio. Let's see if we can get all this cleaned up. Maybe be able to strip this paint off. I'm going to clean the dial face up, and we'll repaint it red again. But I want to show you guys something first. I bought this parts washer 3 years ago, and I got it from Harbor Freight. It's been a great parts washer. Nothing's wrong with it. The only thing that I don't agree with in their instructions book is they tell you to put degreaser in this, and degreaser is the wrong thing to put in here. Look what it's done over the past 3 years. It's pretty much eaten up all the paint, and it really destroyed this. If you get one of these, put kerosene in it or mineral spirits, whatever. Don't put any degreaser in this. If you want something in degreaser, just get yourself a little tub and soak it in the tub and go that route. It really destroyed this, and man, it wasn't a lot of money for this. I think it was a little bit more than $100, but still, now I got to go through this, clean it all up, drain this, and I'm going to put kerosene in it. Anyway, let me clean this up a little bit, and I'll get back with you. Okay, guys, I cleaned this up a little bit. It's not as bad as I thought, but still, the degreaser eats crap up. Anyway, we're going to put this in here. What I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to sink it in here and let it sit overnight. In the meantime, let's see if we can get this a little clean. I believe this is copper. Yeah, it looks like it's copper to me. See if we can get this crap off the back. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit in here and soak. It's a little bent up, but I think we can straighten it out a little bit. Like I said, let me let it sit in here, and I'm going to let this sit overnight, and we'll come back tomorrow, or I might even. It's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday. I'll check this around 4 o'clock and we'll see what's going on with it. And this is Wire. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, it's been sitting it's been sitting in here for a day. It looks like some of the decal came off. Looks like it's going to be a little tough getting this off. I'm going to try some paint stripper on it and we'll let it sit and see what happens. Let's give this a couple minutes and we'll be right back. See if this pulls this stuff off. Okay, it's been sitting for about 15 or 20 minutes with the paint stripper on it. Let's see if this is going to work. Oh, the paint stripper is working pretty good on this. Seems like it's taking it off real well. I think the combination of the degreaser and the paint stripper made this a little easy to do. As you can see, it's cleaning it up really good. Let me work on this and I'll bring you back when the paint's all done, when the paint's completely off. And then we'll put this, we'll see, we'll paint this up. I'm going to have to prime it first and with some self-etching primer, and then we'll paint it. Be right back. Okay, here it is all cleaned up. All the paint's off of it. My wire brushing. There's a little ding here. I'm going to see if I can get that out, but it's not a big deal. Got the inside cleaned out as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to prime it with some gray primer, and then we'll figure out what color we're going to do this. I'm pretty sure we're going to make it red. This came in like 4 or 5 different colors. It's like a maroon, a brown, a black, and a white. But I'm not going to do it white. I kind of like colors, but let's get this all cleaned up with some alcohol and we'll start painting this. And when we come back, it'll be all painted and we'll put it together. This is wired. Okay, I think we're going to work on the face plate. You see I cleaned it up. Came out halfway decent. Anyway, I was thinking what I was going to use to stick this on. I think what I'm going to use is double-sided carpet tape. So let's do that. This stuff is really sticky. Once you put it on, it binds and it don't come off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut around it. Here, this double-sided carpet tape should bond to this. As you can see, kind of tried to match the paint color as close as I could get this Colonial Ray. So a little bit close to Scoutcraft red. Anyway, let's get this back together, and we'll flip it on and see how she sounds. Okay, here she is, all finished. I'm gonna fire this up, and like I said, back in these days, they didn't have any they didn't put any loop antennas on these little kitchen radios, so you got to hook a long wire on it. I got one in here inside the shed, about 15 feet long, going across the roof. So let's fire it up and see what we have. It does take a little time for this to heat up and work. So far, no smoke, which is a good thing.
Q&A format. And hey, speaking of questions and answers, we've got a great Q&A. You suffer pain during childbirth. It's the Faith Explained, 12:30 Central, relevant range on the app. Today, we'd like to thank Elizabeth, who's listening in Washington. Absence of other listeners. Hold me as much as I can possibly understand, which I know I can't.
It's pretty sensitive.
We are the forces of justice in our community. We should make those
That hum in the background, and it's these LED lights I have in here.
Well,
Probably be a little bit more sensitive if I had the antenna outside. Back in these days, you had to have a wire antenna. It's pretty sensitive.
And now we have ceramic that will make the vehicle shine like never before while staying clean a lot longer. CarPlay and Android Auto are technologies that we offer
in regards to purgatory or hell or heaven, but so many other different
Sounds
questions
great.
that we encounter. If you ask those babies in the womb all they want, just to be able to breathe.
Hope it sounds good. It turned out really, really nice. And now this radio does have a hot chassis, which means the chassis is hooked to the hot part of the AC 50% of the time. So if you guys ever get one of these, don't mess with it plugged in, because it will shoot you across the room. Anyway, fellas, it did turn out really nice. I'm not keeping any of these radios. Actually, I'm selling them up at my store after I restore them. I just have too many radios to keep in the house. So this is going to be up for sale up in my store up in Harford County. Anyway, fellas, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys the next time. This is Why. See ya!
And that's all, folks.